I'm reading, I'm listening. Everything I hear about this game yesterday is that it was all about CJ Beathard. That CJ Beathard is the reason the Niners beat Arizona. And if the Niners had just switched to CJ Beathard earlier, they would have won a bunch more games. And he is the story. No, it's disappointing that so many people watch football, analyze it for a living, and really all they can say is it's all about the quarterback every time. CJ Beathard wasn't even the top 3 takeaways from this game against Arizona. He was fine. But the takeaway was Kyle Shanahan. First of all, the MVP was the running back. And the reason the running back was the MVP is because Kyle Shanahan made him the MVP. Jeff Wilson Jr. has been good for a long time. He hasn't gotten opportunities because he's been buried on the depth chart and because Kyle Shanahan can be a little pass happy. In this game, he committed to the run game. He established it early on. He let Jeff Wilson Jr. pound Arizona into submission. He kept feeding him. The guy ran for 180 yards. That's why the Niners won. End of story. The story is Jeff Wilson Jr. and Kyle Shanahan. I was talking all week about, you know what? This turnover issue that's been going on for 4 years with the Niners is not just a fluke. Kyle Shanahan, there are things he can do to reduce the turnovers. We know Kyle Shanahan watches the show. He's a big fan of the quality control meetings. He's a faithful attendee. He takes notes. He listens. He did the things that I said. He made his game plan much more conservative against Arizona. They were not trying to win the game on offense. They were trying to run the ball and complement the defense. And with the exception of about 1, maybe 2 drives, Kyle Shanahan executed that to perfection. It was the most mature performance of his career, maybe as a head coach. Maybe not his most flashy. His offense only scored 20 points, should have scored 27. Robbie Gould was missed 7 points, but he did it all with backups. He complemented his defense. He let the defense be the star of the day. He let Jeff Wilson Jr. be a star when that guy should have been getting touches like that last year. So the change was Kyle. Kyle could have done this last week. Kyle could have done this all season. If he had committed to calling more runs than passes every week, if he had committed to getting Jeff Wilson Jr. that involved in the offense every week he was healthy, the Niners would have a better record. I'm not saying they'd be going anywhere. They do have a lot of injuries and they wouldn't make any noise in the playoffs. But if we're splitting hairs about how many wins they should have, it's because of Kyle, not because of CJ Beathard. This was a flawless game plan from Kyle Shanahan. And what was it? A whole lot of runs for Jeff Wilson Jr. mixed in with some play action passes to tight ends and running backs, low percentage stuff. What Kyle did was he avoided straight dropbacks as much as possible. That's no play action, no deception, just drop back, everyone block, people get open, make a throw, don't drop the ball. So many things can go wrong on a straight drop back. Really, Kyle Shanahan can't manufacture anything. Kyle Shanahan is great at manufacturing open receivers, time to throw. He can do that with his run game, with his play action passing. But when it's a straight drop back, there's no deception. It's just block people and throw and catch. And that's not what the Niners do well. It's not any one person's fault. But if they do a lot of straight dropbacks, they'll execute the play maybe 50% of the time. Which is why when Kyle Shanahan temporarily lost his mind and almost gave points to Arizona before the half, I'm thinking, what are you doing? You got your third string quarterback. You have this terrible offensive line. You're winning. You're trying to lead a 2-minute drill with 30 seconds left. You didn't even try to lead the 2-minute drill in the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. But you got CJ Beathard in. You're like, all right, let's do it. It's like, okay, well, how many plays is it going to take before something bad happens? Play number 3 should have been a pick 6. Play number 4 was a fumble. So other than that, where Shanahan just forgot what the objective was, he was fantastic. Protecting his quarterback, featuring the run game, complementing his defense, not losing it with his offense. It was a big step in the right direction for him. If he can do this consistently, the Niners will have winning records every season. I'm not saying they'll win the Super Bowl every season. That's going to depend on their injuries and their quarterback and all kind of stuff like that. But Shanahan, if he can just be a mature game manager like this, like he was in this game, that's the major takeaway. It was a big step in the right direction for Kyle Shanahan. Now, people can't see that because everyone locally, fans and media, already have crowned him the next Bill Walsh, Bill Belichick in one. So there's no room for improvement for Kyle Shanahan. He always is great. Everything he does is perfect. And to say that actually he improved, he did something better than normal is blasphemous. It means that he wasn't perfect beforehand. And people take that the wrong way. The takeaway is, Kyle, every gripe I had leading up to the game about his over-aggressiveness, recklessness, he addressed and showed, you know what? You doubt me? I can rise to the occasion. I really am that good. I have nothing but respect for Kyle Shanahan. If he keeps coaching like this, he is going to be he's going to have nothing but winning seasons, and he's going to be here as long as he wants. So forget the CJ Beathard narrative. It's not about him. So we've seen CJ Beathard commit a ton of turnovers. We've seen Jimmy Garoppolo commit a ton of turnovers. Every quarterback on this team has had games like Nick Mullins had the last month. Shanahan has the power to prevent that, especially when you got this run game and this defense. You don't have to be too aggressive on offense. I know some of you think I'm way too conservative what I suggest on Twitter, but I'm just making a point. You can be conservative with this run game and this defense. You're allowed to, and Kyle got it against Arizona. It was great. Winning 20-12. When does he ever win like that? That's a Harbaugh score. 20-12. Honestly, that's a Harbaugh score. Didn't even get to 21 points. I should have had 27, of course, but still, I really liked it. Good stuff from Kyle Shanahan.